I'm already shocked at the point that I'm at right now reviewing these kinds of genres. But no shame in it. I'm happy to do it. I hope that I'm okay at it. Jeremy Pelt, the artist, is the newest album released by Jeremy Pelt. This man here is a jazz trumpeter or trumpeteer. Plays the trumpet. And again, this is something where I was just kind of in the mood to look for something different. I'm not entirely sure what exactly I'm looking for thematically this year, if I am doing that in any case, but it caught my attention. As I've mentioned before, I play saxophone, but I'm very drawn to trumpet players for some reason. And this one was not an exception. I took a quick listen to one of his songs and instantly started listening to the whole thing. And here we are now, and I'm going to talk about it. A little bit about the name of the album. The artist, I'm not sure if he's trying to identify what his style is like specifically, because he does have a number of solo albums for himself, but he also, under his discography, it looks like he also has a lot of albums where he's the featured artist, like over 10, maybe a dozen or something like that. He has played in a lot of albums. I mean, jazz is something that you can do for a lifetime if you do it well. So I think he's on the right track. And so right now, he's kind of showing us some of him a little bit more, I suppose. And there is a part of this album that I think is better highlighted than most of it, but it all is pretty good. Let me get into the part that I think is worth mentioning. 5 of the tracks on here are the Rodin Suite tracks. So yeah, it's parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5 tracks. These kind of, when I first started listening to it, sounded like experimental jazz in a way, or maybe like jazz fusion. This is jazz, you can tell, but there are elements that are not traditional, even in the slightest, that come with it. Not in all the songs, some of them do kind of lean more that way, but overall, he does something pretty, in my mind, risky for that genre. Jazz can combine basically anything. Jazz is one of those things you can just formulate or take a style and incorporate it into that style. It's really easy to do. But at the same time, figuring out the right way to do it is crucial. If you want to show that you can not only pull it off, but showcase that you are helming your craft while also advancing another step in genre blending or in just showing what your musicality levels and creative factors can be. All 5 of them are great, but numbers 3 and 5 I think are terrific. Number 3 is got a title called Isoltes, or known as Gates of Hell. This one, based on the title alone, is suspected to be eerie, and it is in many cases. But at the same time, because it is in this genre, there's something really well helmed that makes it very enjoyable, even with the eerie factor incorporated into it. The trumpet effects on it, yeah. If you are not familiar with how certain instruments, particularly brass instruments, can create certain effects, you might be shocked by this. It still is impressive if you're familiar with it already, but eventually you can catch on, okay, that's probably how they created that. It's not some sort of production blending idea. Although there probably was some good production added to it, but overall it's something that the trumpeter himself can do alone. But you gotta pull it off the right way. And it's done pretty well here. And part 5 is just simply named Epilogue. The Rodin suites are really the ones that I just wanted to highlight just because they are so different, but the other 4 songs are definitely worth checking out. For the casual listener, you might think that they're background jazz sounds. I urge you to please reconsider that idea. They're very, very well-made jazz songs. So after having listened and reviewed this album, with production of 100%, creativity, 97%, expression and lyrics, 97%, I'm going to give this album a yes. Another example of where I respect the craft for this grade. I have a feeling that there are going to be things along the year that I might have a little bit more of an umph and passion for, that I maybe want to kind of recommend a little bit stronger because of the surprises, but I have to give this album props for what it is. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.